Hello, my Cancer friends. I'm feeling pretty musical today. So if things come out sing-songy, it just happens. I already shuffled everything, so we are good to go. Couple of housekeeping things. And I'm sure you hear it all the time, but I think it's important to say just in case there are new people watching. And if you're new, welcome. So with these readings, I put a date on them, but it's not date sensitive, right? This message might be for you today. It might be for you in 5 months or 3 years. I don't know. I don't know what your journey looks like. All I'm doing is putting out the message that's coming to me for the collective, specifically for Cancer right now. But do you know how many Cancers there are in this world? Especially when you put in like the sun, moon, rising, Venus, all of that jazz. There's a lot. There's a lot. So it cannot and will not ever resonate with everyone. Okay, that's my point. And that time is an illusion. I kind of summed it all up into one that time, huh? I usually do 2 different things. It can't resonate with everyone, and it may not be the time to watch it for you yet, but be open to it later. Or if this just doesn't resonate with you and you don't like my style, like, I'm not going to take it personally, right? Go find another reader. There's a lot of readers on YouTube, and I watch some of them myself too, right? Like, they all have messages that they're sending out, and if that's just who you're more aligned with, that's awesome. I'm glad that you found someone, right? Like, keep going until you find it. Find what you need. But if you do like my style and you like what I'm doing here, feel free to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Especially if you want to like start your days with me. I plan to go live with readings each morning that'll, have something for each sign, and just quick messages. I call them bite-sized bits. These ones have been more of mouthfuls, but that's what you get when you're starting out, right? Sometimes things just take a little bit longer. It's fine. Let's see. If this is resonating with you and you like my style, or if it's not resonating with you, but you do like my style and you want to see more what's going on with you personally, there's an email in the description for the channel, and there will be one on this video. So contact me and set up a personal read. Right now I can get to them pretty quickly. So now is the time, my friend. Okay, Cancer. We've got 3 cards out in this first part. For this first deck, I am using just a regular playing card deck. Actually got it in Vegas. So in my opinion, that just adds a little bit of magic, right? These aren't the ones that were like used on the floor or anything like that. But anyway, it's just a playing card deck. I am waiting for my actual tarot decks to get here, so it's a good place to start at least. And Spirit was like, don't wait, just jump in and do it. So someone's needing these messages, and that's fine. I'm here for that. I feel like that's kind of my purpose. There's some messages that I'm able to receive, and just try to help people by spreading those messages. So I am glad you're here. That was like 500 cards, so we're not taking all of that. I'm hoping for like 1 more. I usually try to get about 5 for the first deck that I use, just to kind of set the tone for the reading, see where you're at, see if this message is going to be for you, that kind of thing. So if something doesn't come out on this shuffle, I'm just going to go with the 4 that we have, because sometimes that is enough, right? Yeah, nothing else wanted to come out. So we have, like I said, 4 different cards, and 3 are in the reverse. So a lot of times I take those as blocks that you might be having, or difficulties that you might be experiencing. So let's dive in. Half of them, there's only 4 cards, so half of them are the, what am I thinking? Wands. It's so much easier with regular tarot, right? But this is my little signifier for being in the reverse. So we have the 2 of Wands in reverse. So there's some kind of balance that you've been trying to put in place. Maybe it's with your creative life and your family life. I don't know what's going on there, but there's some kind of balance that's out of whack for you that you haven't been able um, to get to, let alone maintain, right? Maybe you had it in the past and something happened and um, you're just not feeling it right now. So something's going on there. Something is holding you back from maybe a creative endeavor for some of you. Um, there's some kind of maybe new idea that you had and it's being blocked. There's something holding you back, like a fear, or if you're doubting yourself, or um, I don't know. This can also be like a lack of cooperation from someone else, right? So, like, maybe there's a creative project that you had started with someone and it's kind of just sitting there because they're being lazy or they have lost interest, or I don't know. I'm not going to write the story. I'm just here to kind of like put out feelers for you. I don't know what's going on there, but there's some kind of imbalance. There's something keeping you from really diving full into whatever this is, okay? Let's move on to the next card. I feel like altogether we'll get a little bit more clarity. So this second card is the Ace of Cups, and again, it's in the reverse. So with it being an ace, you know, right next to a two, these are beginning cards. These are, you know, opportunities, starts. Like I said, just kind of you haven't jumped in yet. Maybe you've like kind of put your toes in or like felt around a little bit, and you're getting comfortable with what you're getting into, right? But they're blocked, so you're not getting comfortable with it. You're not diving in. You're not taking that opportunity that's been presented to you, right? So maybe it's you that's being uncooperative. Maybe it's your doubt and your fear that's kept you from being in sync with this other person that you started a project with, right? Or maybe, yeah, maybe it's just you. Maybe it's you. And cups are the emotional heart space, right? So when things are new, there's a tendency to have just an overflowing of emotions. So it could be that you're just overwhelmed. Some people get scared off when there's so many emotions, right? And that could be what you're coming up against. I don't know. Again, that's going to be specific to you. So take it as it resonates. Yeah. One more block here right next to that is the Nine of Pentacles. So financially speaking, this could mean that you're actually doing pretty darn well. And I don't know if your financial abundance might be a block. Like, I don't know. I've never been in the shoes of a wealthy person, so I can't say what kind of blocks that might create, but maybe you have some kind of fear around that, and that's holding you back. Maybe that's what's holding you back from getting to the Ten of Pentacles, right? From whatever advancement you're looking for in a monetary sense or in a material sense. And, you know, with with the cooperation I was talking about, that kind of implies that there might be another person around. So this Nine of Pentacles could be, you know, if you're like building a home with someone, it could be that there's a lack of cooperation there. There's a lack of, you know, emotions being conveyed there, right? And it's keeping you guys from progressing. So not in the relationship, just like maybe to the next level, materially, like moving into your own home together, or you know, taking that next step as far as like, you know, buying that engagement ring, taking steps in planning a wedding, you know, things like that. There's things this is, again, it's very specific to someone who's in a relationship like this, but there's quite a few blocks there for you to analyze and to work on and heal. And if it is within that relationship space, you need to include that other person, okay? You can't do this by yourself. And even if it doesn't include another person, sometimes you do need to go externally to just have some positive reinforcement from your social circle, right? So again, take it as it resonates. There's a lot of different things going on in this reading for my Cancers, so I'm not going to limit it with an overall perspective because I don't feel like that's how the message is supposed to be coming out. So take whatever bits of this are yours, okay? Don't make anything fit. If the puzzle piece doesn't fit, don't try and jam it in, but take what is yours and run with it. Hear the message that we're conveying here, okay? Finally, one card that is not in reverse. This is the Queen of Wands. So this is a person, I feel like it is you, and it doesn't have anything to do with female or male. But, you know, queens are, they represent the divine feminine. And again, regardless of male or female, we all have a divine feminine and divine masculine within us. So maybe this is like in the past you've been really great at connecting with that divine feminine, and that would really help you with these blocks, right? Especially with the emotional there, because the divine feminine is very good at deciphering emotions, things like that. And wands, we did have that too in reverse, but again, I feel like this is future, and like it's not super far off. So whatever these blocks are, you can work at them with relative ease, and you can ascend to being this energy fairly quickly. You just have to really take that action and take that step forward, right? So that could be all this is here, is the encouragement to step forward, because you haven't been. You've been staying stagnant, and possibly on purpose, possibly out of fear, things like that. And it's just telling you, like, you don't need to do that. You know, as far as like the wands go, it's maybe you haven't been super connected to your highest self and your best self. I don't, they're sending me a lot of different things at once. But I feel like once you get back to that person, like you are this enthusiastic, sensible, reliable, beautiful soul. And you're just kind of, you're just mixed up and inside of yourself a little bit. So you just need to iron some things out. It's totally okay. Let's go ahead and move on to the next part, because the next part is guidance. And with this message itself being so all over the place, it's like, it's kind of like there's all these people out there, right? And you all are watching, and it's like, yes, this message is for you, and it's for you, and it's for you, and it's for you, and you guys all might have different things going on, but the same message that I'm about to give to you from the energy, from the guides, from your deity, whatever, it applies to you and it can help you. That's my hope. I hope there's something that you're about to hear that can help. So this next deck that I use is Archangel Power. I was gifted this deck, and it's lovely. It has angels in it on every single card. If it's not like an actual angel, then it's some kind of like a resemblance to an angel, that kind of thing. But that's only a few cards. Most of them actually have an angel on them, so it's pretty cool. But again, these are kind of guidance cards, so they point us in the direction of like, okay, here's what's going on, here's how you can help the situation. Okay, so we have one out. I usually take about 3, so we'll see what we get here. There's one more, and let's one up so I don't forget it. We're all human, right? That's like 10. I'm not taking 10 sillies. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, almost. Okay, I'm going to shuffle through one more time. If we get one, cool. If not, I don't know. Maybe we just don't need a whole lot of cards on this draw. I don't know. Yeah, didn't get anything, so. Okay. So 2 cards here. I don't think I've seen that second one. The first one is Knight of Raphael. So as a person, this could be someone in your life. You know, this person is like, they're lit up. They are bringing this flag, like maybe they have a message or something for you, or maybe they're just there to provide a little bit of extra protection. I don't know. Let's see though. But as a person, they're romantic, dramatic, poetic, introspective. So maybe you guys don't talk a whole lot because, you know, if they're introspective and you're kind of blocked up in your communications and stuff, it could be that you guys don't talk a lot, but when you do, you have this like profound connection and they're really helpful usually. So the card itself says committed romantic relationships. I'm not really getting romantic, but it could be, right? It says being swept off your feet, situations or topics that will make your heart flutter. So that's the part that I'm really connecting with, is like situations and topics. So conversations, spending time with someone, doing things that you really enjoy. And it's not just like, oh yeah, I really like hanging out like at the beach, just chilling with my buddies. Like it could be that, right? But it's something that really makes you feel alive. So more so like what's coming to me right now is like, maybe you guys played in a band together a while back and, or it's just, you know, like a duo kind of thing, and you haven't done it for a long time, but it really lit your soul on fire, and it gave you guys this connection that you guys really dove deep with each other into life, right? Like you could talk about anything. If you guys were writing songs together, like you could write about the really painful things in life and you could go through it together. You know, you could, I don't want to say experience it because it's not like both of you are experiencing the same things all the time, but you can help each other process it. Songwriting has a magical way of doing that, right? Or a lot of different art kinds of situations. Maybe you guys did those like sip and paint kind of things and would go to a bar afterwards or like a coffee shop and just sit there and talk for like 4 more hours, you know, about everything under the sun. I don't know what it is, but I feel like, okay, I just got knight in shining armor, right? They're like your knight in shining armor. Not necessarily romantic though, just that connection of like, you're saving me right now. And sometimes it's just, you're saving me from myself, right? Leave that, I'm going to leave that right where it is. Take that as it resonates for you, okay? Take whatever message you need from that. The next one is the 8 of Ariel. So the angel in this picture is specifically pointing something out in the book to him. And the book is really lit up. So there's something really important in there that like he is bound to connect with, right? But she's pointing it out just in case he misses it. She's like, you know, like there's no way you're going to miss this. Here it is. Check this out. Or maybe he's read the book over and over again and she's like, yeah, but did you see this? I don't know. 8 of Ariel, it says, take great pride in your excellent work. Practice makes perfect. Consider getting additional education or training. So maybe part of this block is like you have this fear that you don't know enough, right? That you don't want to take the first steps because you feel like if you do, you might trip and fall, right? Because you don't have the knowledge of like where to step or how to step or how hard to step or, you know, all these things that can drive us crazy in taking that first step. There's a million of them. So whatever's holding you back, if you're needing that training, whatever it is, even if it's spiritual guidance um, or energy healing or whatever it is, you know, to help you get to that next step, pursue that. And it is like an education. Even if it's an energy healing, you learn something from it, right? Even from these kinds of readings. I'm hoping that you can learn from it. I'm hoping that you can get a message from it that helps you navigate your life. I know I've said that a few times, but it's coming up, right? So, um, I mean, I use everything as an education. Like many, many moments in my life throughout the day that most people would be like, "You're crazy." Maybe I am. Um, take that part as it resonates. The third deck that I like to use is an oracle deck. It is Dear Universe by Sarah Prout. She is a really awesome spiritual leader, and I've been in her community for a while, and it's just, you know, it's full of rays of sunshine, and it's helped me through a lot. So if that's resonating with you, you know, go check her out. Google her, look her up on Facebook, whatever you need to do. She's very present, very active with her members. If you like this oracle deck, I'm sure that you can purchase it. And she has kind of a similar meditation book coming out for whatever kind of mood you might be in. There's 200 different meditations, and they're all categorized by how you're feeling. So if you're feeling depressed, for instance, or if you're feeling overwhelmed or whatever, it provides more guidance. So with these particular cards, they are worded kind of like a prayer or an intention, really. So it's like the universe guiding you on how to speak to the universe, right? About what you want or what you need. Because sometimes we know a lot about what we want and very little about what we need, right? So in cases like that, I turn to these cards. So we got one. It says, check that out. Dear Universe, show me signs of alignment that I am manifesting all that my heart desires. So be it, so it is. So this, like, I didn't really get it from the rest of the reading, but maybe that's why it came out, right? It's showing a need to connect with your higher self or your divine or your, you know, the powers that be, whatever you believe in, take it as it resonates, right? I'm going to read it one more time. Dear Universe, show me signs of alignment that I am manifesting all that my heart desires. So be it, so it is. And you come up with this sign. You know, it could be an object. It could be an animal. It could be numbers. You know, there's a lot of power in numerology that people see. So when you see like a triple repetition of digits, like 444, 1111, 111, that kind of thing. I know 1111 is not a triple repetition, but you know what I mean? Like these repeating numbers, they have specific meanings that are available that people have created, and those can be helpful. So if that resonates with you, check it out. Figure out what those mean if you're seeing them and go with it. But otherwise, you can just take them for what they're resonating in you with, right? It could just be like, hey man, I'm seeing 222 and I just took the first step in getting that next education, right? So it's just like a little nudge from the universe, like an affirmation that like, yeah, you're going in the right direction. Okay, that's really, I mean, sometimes that's all it is. You just have to personally figure out how to communicate with the universe and like try not to put too much thought into it. Just put yourself out there with it and the universe will respond. Okay, easier said than done sometimes, but really, in its simplest form, that's what it is. Okay, So I know that was a little bit all over the place, Cancer, but thank you so much for joining me. I hope that was helpful. I hope that you got some kind of message out of that you were needing to hear. And again, if it did resonate, like, subscribe, share. If you liked my style and you're looking for a personal reading, hit me up, send me an email, and we'll get it going, okay? Yeah. Sending much love and light to all of you. Have a great weekend.